Which characters do we need in Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series? Let's talk about it. Greetings, toy heads, and welcome to another episode of Go Figure with me, your host, Eli Williams, here on the digitally Rebastard Network, the action figure show about news, reviews, collecting tips, customizations, kit bashing, everything that goes into this fun, nerdy hobby that you and I both love. And this week, we're discussing, at least in my opinion, the characters that we really need in Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series. They've made several characters. In all honesty, there are some that were made that just didn't need to be made, and there's so many that haven't been made that desperately need to be made, and that's what we're gonna cover today. Not really a top 10 or top 20. I'm just gonna kind of ramble on. I have a list, but you know, things will probably come to me. So let's get it started. Okay, let's get this started. I know I'm going to probably take some dislikes and some hate for a few of these, but I'm probably going to have more that you agree with than you disagree with. But I am going to start at the beginning, so let's go with episode 1. Okay, first on the list is Padme from episode 1, whether it be her in her I mean, there's a few to choose from. You've got the outfit that she wore, the blue and gray on Tatooine. You've got the one that she wore when they were in the final third act there, or you've got the Queen Amidala, which actually wasn't really her. That was oh gosh, what's her name? Yeah, the Pirates of the Caribbean chick. I can't remember her name. But yeah, that really wasn't her. But yeah, one of these two really need to be made, just because she was there. Preferably this one, but yeah, I would like to see that one too, since we only really have one Padme, which is the that one right there, the episode 2 Padme. Would really like to see this one or that one. And so next on the list, prequel Yoda. Absolutely, without a doubt, prequel Yoda. We need one. I have one that I made a custom. I mean, if you really call it custom, it was basically I bought the original. It was the very first Black Series Yoda I got. I got the newer one with the face printing technology on it, and just took all the stuff off of him and got just a robe like that he's wearing off of the hooded robe off of GPS lot on eBay. But I would like to see a new Yoda, a new sculpt, a little bit better sculpt, a little bit better articulation, especially since this is a younger, more agile Yoda. You know, fight-worthy Yoda that comes with his lightsaber, even though the Black Series Yoda, both of them come with lightsabers. I don't know why, because you didn't see him use a lightsaber in either Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi, but that's neither here nor there. We do need a new Yoda. I think that would not the greasy puppet Yoda. I hated that thing. So glad they CGI'd over that in the DVDs and the Blu-rays. And so next, episode 1, C-3PO. Yep, I'll probably take some hate for this, but hey, they made it in the older ones that I went to Toys R Us and stood in line at midnight and got. You know, we need to have that. He's important. That C-3PO is important because Anakin built him, and that's just that's that. I mean, it's C-3PO, and that was C-3PO Mark 1 right there, and we really need it. The episode 2 C-3PO would be cool too, just all in silver, but I would really like to see that one without the plating on him. And since we're on the topic, yep, I'm going there. This is probably going to take some hate too, but you know, it's one that needs to be made. And not really the Padawan, but yeah, the young Anakin on Tatooine, working for Watto. I really would not like to see them. I know Watto is one that people are clamoring for. And if they make it, they make it. If they don't, they don't. I won't get it, or really any of the pod racer guys. Actually, out of it, everything in episode 1, the pod racer scene was really my least favorite thing in that movie. I know it was big and action-packed, but it was so incredibly long and drawn out. It was like a 15-20 minute sequence, which was this pod racer scene that just went on and on and on forever. I know it was relevant and important, but I'd like to see the Jake Lloyd young Anakin to round out the whole Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, Padme, and Jar Jar, and then have young Anakin just to have the band together for the first time in Black Series. So next, staying on that topic, Shmi Skywalker, another very, very extremely important character, Immaculate Conception of Darth Vader. You kept spoilers, sorry. You can't deny that this needs to be that this needs to be made. She's just an extremely important character, and that's one that needs to be made. I mean, I know she really wouldn't come with much. It'd just be kind of her in her in her sandy robes, but it's Anakin's mom. I don't know. It's kind of a given at this point, right? Well, and next and final for episode 1 is TC-14. Yeah, I know. Oh, it's just a Silver Protocol droid, C-3PO type character that was in the beginning of the movie, but it was one of the first characters you saw, and it was this real shiny. I made one out of I got an episode 7 C-3PO with the red arm, and I went over it with a Molotov chrome pen. But I would still like to see that made. You can never have enough droids. So let's see here. We're going to dive into episode 2. So here we go. First on my list is Adi Gallia. Why? Because you can never have enough Jedi, and she is extremely important. She has a very, very important lore, as do all the Jedi on the Council and that fought in the Clone Wars. I mean, they made them in the 3 3/4 inch. I think they've made her several times. There are 2 different, this, because they usually get confused, but there is Adi Gallia and Stas Ali. But Adi Gallia is the one I would really, really like to see, as well as Shakti. I think they may actually be, this might be on the drawing board, actually, Shakti. But again, extremely important, and extremely, extremely important Jedi. And same species. I can't remember the name of the species, but it's the same species that Ahsoka Tano is. Any of the Jedi really just need to be made, which I've got the ones I would really like to see, specifically because they're my favorite characters to play in Star Wars Legends or Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes on mobile, as well as Barriss Offee, who actually is pretty much the best rebel healer in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. But nonetheless, Barriss Offee is definitely one that needs to be made, and I would love to see any of the Jedi I'm going to get. And she is extremely, extremely important, has a very, very hot-headed kind of Jedi. There she is right there, and that's Galaxy of Heroes right there. And as well as Luminara Unduli is another one, very, very good character, a very strong, powerful Jedi. unfortunately met her demise like most of them did. But she actually got captured and met her demise. You find out what happens to her in Rebels. If you've not seen Rebels, my God, watch that show. It's amazing. But yeah, Adi Gallia, you know, any of the Jedi really need to be made. But she's definitely one. Oh, that's theirs right there from Rebels. She's definitely one that absolutely needs to be made. Yeah, she and Adi or Barra-Safi, I believe, are sisters or something like that. I know they're the same race. And then next on my list, Zam Wessel. I don't even know why this hasn't even been made yet. It's just irritating. It's such a cool character. Kamaloid shapeshifter. Very cool character in episode 2. Wasn't in it for very long, but still, it's so hard to believe that they made Aura Singh before they made Zam Wessel. But just a super cool character, and it would be an awesome Black Series figure to have. And then finally on my list, another one that I don't understand why they've never made, and that is the young Boba Fett, the young Daniel Logan Boba Fett. Why this was not, you know, why they made not only one but 2 Jango Fetts and didn't make a Boba Fett. You know, why should they make this? Because it's Boba Fett, and Boba Fett's my favorite character, even though I'm not really a big fan of how they kind of changed Boba Fett's backstory and stuff in episode 2, but you know, that's fine. And I've actually thought about getting, like, right there you see a young Boba Fett. You can, if you get Omega from Bad Batch, you can actually do a custom, and I've actually thought about doing that for a while. Getting a custom print, 3D printed Daniel Logan Boba Fett head and painting it, and then getting an Omega and painting that as well, to painting the body to make it look like Daniel Logan, which I may end up doing. If I do that, I'll probably do a video on it. So that wraps up episode 2. On to episode 3, and here we go. Well, I don't have very many on this list for episode 3, but one I would really like to see is like a box set with Padme, the Skywalker twin babies, and the birthing droid. I think would be a really fun and cool box set. It would probably more likely be some kind of Comic-Con exclusive or something like that. But this would really be a really neat thing. It's something they've never ever done. At least to my knowledge, they haven't done. And then also, absolutely without a doubt, we need a Lord Sidious, a Darth Sidious. And I mean, I guess you can make Senator Palpatine, or Chancellor, High Emperor, whatever, you know, you want to call him. But Darth Sidious, Lord Sidious, needs to be made. This one right here, yeah, with the lightsaber and everything, that needs to happen. Why that we don't have that, and, you know, we have like Mace Windu and Anakin and all that, I don't know, but that needs to be made, as well as the screwed up, burnt Darth Vader. This needs to happen. This needs to be a deluxe figure. It'll be at a higher price point, but it would be really cool to have an Anakin that's all burnt up, that you can put like limbs on and stuff, and then put the Vader armor over him or something like that. That would really, really be a cool, fun deluxe Black Series figure, and really, really needs to be done. I'm sure someone at Hasbro has considered it, and it's been on the table a time or two, if it's not now. But that pretty much wraps up episode 3. So on to episode 4. Let's do this. Biggs Darklighter. I know they've made one in the 3 3/4 inch Black Series, which seemed to be really short-lived because it was pretty much overthrown by the vintage collection. But Biggs Dark, actually, the one I would really like to see is the one on Tatooine, but the X-Wing pilot one would be really cool as well. Actually, that could be a really fun deluxe figure as well. You could actually have that, and you could take his helmet off and then pop the head off and put it on this body. So you could have a second body in the package with him, so he could have this and that with like a cloth cape in sort of the rebel outfit there, military type outfit from when they were at Anchorhead. That would be an awesome figure, as well as General Dodonna. This is another one. I don't know why it hasn't been made, but yeah, General Dodonna definitely needs a figure. Such a prominent member of the Rebel Alliance in Episode 4, A New Hope, just is somebody that needs a figure. I mean, what else can you say? Another one that I'd like to see is Admiral Motti. I don't know why Admiral Motti hasn't been... Well, you know, I guess I can understand why Admiral Motti hasn't been made. But, you know, he was only there in that one little scene, you know. I find your lack of faith disturbing. But your bickering is pointless. Vader, release him! But... yeah, Admiral Motti is important enough to really have his own figure. If they can make 127 clone troopers, by God, they could make Admiral Motti, as well as General Antilles. Not Wedge Antilles, because they do have a wedge. General Antilles. You remember General Antilles? Yeah. Yeah, the first guy that we ever saw Vader pick up and choke. Didn't force choke him. He picked him up, choked him, crushed his throat, and threw him. I'll never forget that scene in Star Wars. You heard that sound like somebody stepping on a stalk of celery. Oh, my God. You knew then that Darth Vader was... he was a badass, and he wasn't taking flack from anybody. Another figure they need to make, or figures rather, is Owen and Beru Lars. The old ones, not the young ones. The Owen and Beru Lars from Episode 4. You know, Luke, I'm shutting the power down. Those Beru and Owen Lars. Yeah, not the burnt skeleton ones. I know what you're thinking. No. These guys need to be made because they're extremely important. They raised Luke Skywalker and basically taught him everything he knew as a young man. And they're important. They were important parental figures to him, no pun intended. And they definitely need to be made, as well as... And final on this list is the Death Star droid. Now, not the silver that was originally called the Death Star droid, not the droid that was in the Jawa Sandcrawler, the protocol droid, but the Death Star, the black one with the silver eyes that was actually on the Death Star, because that they screwed that up years ago. But no, the actual Death Star droid is like a black metallic color with silver eyes, and it was on the Death Star. They made it. I think they made one in the I think the vintage, maybe not the vintage collection, but the Power of the Force collection or something. They made one, and it came with a mouse droid right there. But yeah, Death Star droid needs to be made in a shiny. They really need to bring back vac metal. I don't know why they did away with that. I know it flakes off, and if you take care of it, it'll be fine. But yeah, Death Star droid needs to be made. So now moving on, Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back, my favorite Star Wars movie. Let's do it! And starting this one off is a given. This is one of those ones, why has this not been made? But yeah, the Princess Leia in the Bespin gown. Come on. Get on it, Hasbro. I mean, my God, this is such an iconic costume that Carrie Fisher wore in that movie. Why this has not been made is beyond me. It is a quintessential part of the whole... See, look, right there. There you got that one. You got Chewie, you got Lando, you got Han. I don't know why I was pointing at Han and saying Lando, but there she is wearing that. Come on. Just make it. And then next, yep, Ugnaught. need to make an Ugnaught or an Ugnaught 2-pack or 3-pack or something. You're going to have Ugnaughts because, I mean, they were there. If it wasn't for Chewie going in and finding the Ugnaughts and tossing around C-3PO like a hot potato, you know, we would have probably never seen them unless they were just walking around in the background. Look, there's even Ugnaughts with Leia in that gown. What the heck is going on? Get on it. And something else they need to make. Oh, yeah, you failed me for the last time, Admiral Ozzel. Come on. They've made, like, I got a Captain / Admiral Piet. I've got a General Veers. Where's Admiral Ozzel? I mean, you know, there's got to be a reason that he's Admiral Piet, right? Because he keep, you know, choky on the, you know, FaceTime. Yeah. There you go. Make it. Make it now. And next on the list, General Rykeen. Just like General Dodonna, this is a guy that, I don't know why he's, make it. He's right there. Just do it. I don't see the problem. Just make him. And next on the list is definitely one that has made a lot of people's Let's Make It list, because they've even made it for the Vintage Collection, as you can see right there. Lobot. Lando's right-hand guy, super important character, owes Lando a life debt. Look his lore up. He's a very interesting character. Needs to be made. My God, there's a Lobot baby. That's creepy. Yeah, Lobot needs to be made. There's nothing else that needs to be said other than Lobot needs to be made. Next on the list, keeping with the Bespin theme, is a Bespin guard. Security guard. You could make the light skin one and the dark skin one, put them in a 2-pack. We need to have Bespin guards. Lando needs his guards. My God, they gotta protect Lando from that awful, gigantic, 80-pound rubber cape that's hanging off of his shoulders, for the love of God. And, so, make some Bespin guards. And since we're on Bespin guards, they really need to get on it and make some cloud car pilots as well. Because there's nothing like troop builders. And you know how a lot of you guys love your troop builders. I don't. The only thing I really have multiples of, I think I have, I have both versions of the Stormtrooper. Unless you count my George Lucas and my Han and Luke and Stormtrooper. But, I don't really do troop building. I just kind of get what I need for the shelf, and that's it, because I don't have a lot of room. But Cloud Car pilots. And now on to Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. And kicking this list off is a no-brainer, 9 Numb. I don't know why they haven't made him, Lando's co-pilot in the final big battle when the shield went down, and, they probably need to make him, yeah. Get on it, Hasbro. Come on, guys. And then next on my list, another no-brainer, Mon Mothma, the leader of the Rebel Alliance. Come on. Why do we not have this? Yeah, I know it's just Mon Mothma in her robes, but it's Mon Mothma, for the love of God. We should have this. And, not only Mon Mothma, but General Maydean. Why do we not have this guy? Former Imperial dude, now, working for the Rebels. Guy that defected. He's giving them all kinds of secret stuff. He's like, yeah, man, I even know where they keep the good soda. This guy knows everything. They should make this. This should already be there. I should have this. I should be looking up here on my Jedi section and go, oh, look, there's Maydean and there's Mon Mothma. Come on. Next, Ula needs to happen. Almost did. Until Hasbro dropped the ball with the whole Rancor thing. I think that was really, I don't know. I just really didn't see that happening. It's not necessarily something that I really want to see. But Ula, I got my Jabba's Palace up here. I'm looking, I just turned my head and arced my head up here to the right, and I see my Jabba's Palace, and I don't see an Ula. Hasbro, time to make an Ula. And next, and I know this one's going to get a lot of hate, but you know what? I'd buy it. I know it'd be expensive. I know it'd be a deluxe. Preferably this, and not necessarily this with the guy, with the singer guy, you know, and the band. Just these three, just Max Rebo, Droopy McCool, and Cy Snoodles. That's all I really need. That's all I really need. There is the old one. I had that. God, I missed some of those. But yeah, you know, the old Max Rebo band. If you're going to make all of them and put them in a big box and charge $70 or whatever you're going to charge, I'd buy it. Just to have it in my Jabba display. The Max Rebo band. Come on. You got to have these guys. I know you think they're dumb. I don't. I think they're cool. And you got the dancers down here too, which I don't really think we need. Just make these three. Make this, even put it in the old packaging, but make them 6-inch and yeah, make the organ. That was cool. They even had their instruments. They had a microphone. There was a microphone, and Droopy had a little clarinet thing, and Max Rebo sat in that organ and played it. That was a cool toy, man. We need that. Hasbro, we need that. And last but not least, we need a Force Ghost Anakin. Whether it's the Sebastian Shaw or Hayden Christensen, I don't care. Make them both. Put them in a box together. Make that a deluxe. I'd buy it. You know, we need it. We got Obi-Wan. We got Yoda. You left us hanging, Hasbro. Where's the... Come on. You know? And then finally... Oh, you thought I was going to forget about it, didn't you? Nah. No way old Eli's going to forget about Shadows of the Empire and Prince Shizor. We need a Prince... Is that Khan as Prince Shizor? That's really weird. Yeah, we need a Prince Shizor. There are 3 prominent characters in Shadows of the Empire that we need, and this is definitely one of them. Leader of the Black Sun, Thorn in Vader's butt, Emperor's lapdog. Come on. Of course we need this. And, oh yeah, Chewie Snuva. We need the Chewie Snuva, or just Snuva. Chewie in the Bounty Hunter's disguise. A lot of people don't know about this. If you're not familiar with Shadows of the Empire and that stuff, read that book, play the game, do what needs to be done, because that is a cool story. You can't have it without Prince Shizor, you can't have it without Snuva, and you definitely can't have it without Dash Rendar. Oh, yes. Needs to be done. Absolutely. The guy who took Han Solo's place for a short period of time and perhaps met his demise, but perhaps not. We don't quite know yet, do we? But I have wanted to see this guy made for a long time. And an honorable mention right here at the end, not from Shadows of the Empire, but a character that needs to be made nonetheless. Mara Jade or Mara Jade Skywalker, take your pick. Absolutely, without a doubt, needs to be made. And ironically enough, last night when I was at work, I bought some stuff. I bought some action figure fodder, and I am making me a Mara Jade. And when I get that done, I'll share it with all of you. And that will pretty much wrap it up for this rather lengthy list, and I apologize for it being so long, but there's so many characters that I want to see made. And if there's any characters that weren't on my list that I didn't mention, leave a comment down below and let me know which ones you would like to see made, or if you think some of the ones that I listed don't need to be made. And we'll talk about it, because that's what makes collecting these figures and loving these things a lot of fun, is just talking about them and enjoying them, because that's what this hobby is all about. It's just having fun and enjoying it, and having these things just make you feel good. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that bell so you can get information on all the good things coming out of the Digitally Rebastard Network, as well as join us on Twitter, Discord, and my TikTok by clicking those links in the bottom right-hand corner of the banner on our channel page and become part of the DRN family. We will welcome you with open arms. You've been watching Go Figure with me, your host, Eli Williams, here on the Digitally Rebastard Network. You all have a great week and a great day. I'll see you next time, and until then, don't forget to get your figure on. Take care.